Article 21, no marriage under 18. Rejected. They said Islam defines adulthood by maturity, not age. So if a girl hits puberty, marriage permissible, not at 18. Sheesh. So the primary reason to reject this, religion. That surprised me, I'm not gonna lie.
What is good, y'all? Whitey here, back with another video. And today, man oh man, we're gonna be watching and reacting to Oshay Duke Jackson talking about what's going on in Somalia with the new age change on consent.
In most countries in Africa, the sexual age of consent is at 18. That's for about 70% of the countries. However, there are some countries where it's not very clear, and there is one country in particular where the age of consent is not clearly defined, because it's based on something else outside of the age of 18. Puberty or marriage. What? That country is Somalia. In 2018, there was a sexual offenses bill that would try to make the legal age of consent at 18. But in October 2025, something really weird happened.
Article 21, no marriage under 18. Rejected. They said Islam defines adulthood by maturity, not age. So if a girl hits puberty, marriage permissible, not at 18. Sheesh. So the primary reason to reject this, religion. That surprised me, I'm not gonna lie.
So basically, the government is trying to change the age of consent to 18. But the religion of Islam says no, the age of consent is when a woman or a girl is fully mature or is mature. So meaning when they start their cycle, when they start puberty, that's kind of weird because some girls start later than others and some girls start earlier than others. So it's like if she's 9, that means she can go ahead and get married. That's what you're saying. That's creepy and that's weird. Let's get back into it.
So Somalia rejected this particular bill because Islam says that puberty is what is important, not age of consent. Okay, so this bill was rejected for what reason? Religion. But wait, there's more.
Article number 9, freedom of religion for children. Rejected. They said every Somali child is born Muslim. So choosing another faith, it's not freedom, it's betrayal. Yeah.
Now that's kind of scary because it sounds like some type of cult, some type of dictatorship. So you mean to tell me I can't go and see what else is out there as far as learning God? I have to learn God this way through this method. And then this method shows that underage marriage is okay. Like, this is weird. What if you don't want to be down with that and trying to run away from that? You can't. Or that's considered some type of mutiny or going against your culture or your people. That's very weird. Let's get back into it.
So let's talk about this. In Somalia, freedom of religion is rejected.
Down.
So let's say, for example, you didn't want to be a part of Islam because of this particular sexual age limit. Well, if you are a young man or a woman in Somalia, you don't have a choice. Freedom of religion is rejected. You cannot be a Christian. So if you're a young woman and you're 11 or if you're 12, you are automatically going to be a Muslim. And therefore, if somebody would like to marry you or do something else, well, according to Islamic law, you don't have a choice really in the matter because freedom of religion is not an option for you like it is in most other countries. This same person here, who's a Somali living in Minnesota, had this to say.
The whole world was seeing you move forward, and then you stepped back and said, no freedom of religion and no age marriage limit.
In Somalia, things were looking on the up and up. I don't think so, bro. I wasn't on the up and up. But now you are looking backwards, and I would agree. You are looking backwards. The problem with this is that once Somalia rejected this bill, people even in the United States, even in the black community, were pissed off about it.
And seeing the post about the one particular older man, he was 70 something years old, and he was literally pleading with the government of the Somalia government because they had raised the age of consent there, as if that needed to be done, laws that needed to be constructed, y'all, to tell old perverted dudes, because they're not men, that sleeping with kids. Do y'all see the horror? These young girls laid up in the hospital beds, pregnant, looking miserable, crying.
So yeah, that is kind of scary, because it's like, for one, if you know how their religion works, most of them, their parents will give them away to another family. So it's like you don't really have a choice of who you pick as far as your partner for life. Your parents are going to pick whoever's going to make the family more wealthy and what's better for that future of the family. So think about that. You being young, man, you don't even know what being a woman is. You just started. You know, you can't even pursue your dreams. You can't do a lot because you already claim to a grown man. And then OG mad and voted against it because he's like, y'all messing up what I'm trying to do. And a lot of them, they can have multiple wives. So it's like, it's weird. You know what I'm saying? Is this more of a religion or is this some type of sex code? You know what I'm saying? Like, what is going on? But let's get back into it.
Now, this lady is correct. There was a man, 73-year-old man in Somalia, who was crying because this 18-year-old restriction was going to be on there. And he was saying, no, we must fight these other people. We will not accept their rules. And so automatically off the rip, even if his defense was to keep Islam holy, in the eyes of people from the West, we're going to look at this guy as trying to preserve the ability to abuse underage women. That's how people are going to take it. And this is interesting because many people come to the United States or to Western countries from Somalia where these rules are in place. So now the question is, how will these particular people, especially the men, interact with a system like the United States where you do have rules? Typically it's 18, but some states are 16, but typically you're going to have protections against women. How you interact with them, you're going to be scrutinized. There was a strange video that came across my desk, and boy, was it something.
16 is legal. 16 is legal. And that's a woman too. When she's 16, she's that's ready. She can experience what she like. And then by the time she's 25, she's not around.
Oh, hell no. You see the way that dude was licking his lips while he was talking about it, bro? Look at this dude. He looks crazy, bro. Heck no. Like they say in the comments, you are a PDF. Like, bro, someone said at FBI. Bro, dude is crazy. Like, talking about they ready, they know what they want. You don't know what you want. You're still a kid. You're 16. Like, how do you know anything? And then y'all don't even let them really be like free like most women in the United States and most girls in the United States. They are in the house, they're cooking. They don't get to explore the life of the world. And you're talking about she's ready. Boy, what the?
She's not a more.
Boy, you don't sit your stupid ass down. Who the you think you is?
And what response has this caused?
The man who filmed this has now deleted all his social media, and so I don't know who he is. I don't know his name. I don't know his accounts. But his face needs to be out there because no adult should ever, 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 ever be saying such things, and certainly should not believe such things. I don't care who you are. I don't care what law it is. Nobody. No grown man should ever justify that. So if you recognize him and you have children, beware. It's a dangerous mentality, dangerous world we live in.
So the guy says, does anybody recognize this guy? I do. I've done several videos on this particular person. This guy is Farah News America, all right? And he's saying that he's Somali guy in the US. But what I have found out is that this particular guy is in Canada, all right? So what is he saying? So this guy is pretty much maybe trolling people. He lives in Canada, and in his country, 16 is the legal age limit. 16 is the legal sex or consent limit of age. Now, it's still weird because most people in the Western world wouldn't appreciate this. I know Poland, at the time I was living there, I think that it was like 15 or something like that. But again, that is definitely concerning for a grown man to say this. And even though if he's well within his right, being in Canada, not necessarily America, and the legal age is 16, well, the problem is that your community is having problems right now. So not only are you guys having issues when it comes to the scam allegations, taking advantage of the system, you know, whatever problems that you guys have.
So y'all basically get the picture of what's going on. This is why that law that they was trying to pass need to be passed, because people like this, like dudes really out here, they trying to have their way. And then it seems like their religion is the key to having their way. You know what I'm saying? Because like they said, Islam is what dictates when they ready. Islam know when they ready. Y'all don't know when they ready. And then you talking about 16 is the best age. Then you got OG over there getting upset, crying because he can't have his way. Like, what is going on? Is this religion just for sex? You know what I'm saying? Like, what is going on? But if y'all want to watch the rest of the video, y'all go ahead and check it out. I kind of already get the point of this whole video, man. We ain't about to go no deeper than what it is, man, because this is already crazy enough, man. Y'all pray for them people, man. But until next time, y'all, I'll get with y'all later. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Let me know what y'all thoughts are. You know what I'm saying? Talk to your boy. I'll get with y'all next time. I'm out.